Hello everybody, welcome back. I know it's a little late for a video, but whatever. So today I'm gonna be reviewing season 2 of The Flash. I was gonna review I was gonna review Temple of Doom. I'll do that tomorrow because I had to film the trailer. I didn't do that ahead of time. So I decided I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And so today, yeah, as I said, we're reviewing season 2 of The Flash. So let's get started. But before we do that, I want you to go down and hit that subscribe button, as well as like and share and comment down below about what videos you want me to do. And don't forget to subscribe. I know, I said that twice. And I did do a channel update earlier, so you can go check that out in the channel updates playlist. It might be, I'm not gonna put it might be in the description of the vlog, you know. So let's get started. Whoosh. So basically, how we're gonna do this is that we have what the season's about. Also, you have Yeah, you have what the season's about. You also have the good, the mixed, and the bad. But after what the season's about, I'm going to do like an episode rundown. Because, yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll talk about the specific episodes of my ranking. And I decided to stop doing the review episodes. I might do some for The Mandalorian because that's a shorter season. But, I don't know. This season is about. Okay, let me just give you some recap knowledge. So, Barry at the end of season 1, Barry closed the black hole, which allowed new threats to join it, aka metahumans. So basically, just people with powers, not stuff like Kryptons, like Supergirl or Superman, something different. So, at the end of the first episode, a guy named J. Eric came from Earth 2, which I'll talk about the multiverse a little bit later. I'll talk about some specific. I'll do a specific details category after the episode rundown. Just when I do that. So yeah, I'll do that. Also, so Earth 2, yeah, it's in the multiverse. I'll talk about that later. So he talks about this guy named Zoom in the next episode. So Zoom is like a speedster, kind of like Reverse Flash from the last season. And he's sending metahumans from Earth 2 to kill the Flash. And then he does a boost off with the Flash. And yeah. And that's basically it. So that's really what this season's about. Now we have our quick episode rundown. So, a quick episode rundown. So episode 1, you get introduction. Episode 2, the Flash from 2 Worlds. You'll get introduced like the multiverse, all that stuff. Episode 3, you have the Leonard Snart episode, where you have like a redemption arc kind of. Episode 4, Professor Stein is trying to find someone to bind with because Ronnie died at the end of season 1, so he needs someone to bind with because of that. Episode 5, what was episode 5? Oh, you have a film called Dr. Light. She's like, I'm Zoom sending the third person from Earth 2 to Earth 1. The first 2 were Atom Smasher and Sand Demon in episodes 1 and 2, in that order. And then Dr. Light is more of like a person that she wants Zoom out of her life. She's not a killer. She's more of a bank robber and a thief. So they build some nice stuff on that. Episode 6 is the episode where they're trying to lure and trick Zoom to come to Earth 1. And this is the first time you see Zoom go against the Flash. So that's really cool. The next episode, episode 7, that's another. I feel like there's a Gorilla Grodd episode season. I'll look. And that's basically that. And it was not very good. I'll talk about the episodes a little bit more when I do my episode ranking for the next Flash video. Then Episode 8 is the crossover, the first part to the crossover. Heroes join forces with the Legends of Today, Legends of Yesterday with Vandal Savage. I didn't like it. And then episode 9, starting to get as a running to still stand, to stand still. Oh my god, I keep doing that. This episode is kind of a sequel to episode 3 because you have Leonard Snart, Weatherman, and Trickster, going against being in Central City and doing crazy stuff on Christmas. So, and then episode 10. This is really the episode where we get back to like the main story, and that's potential energy. They're trying to find a way to stop Zoom, and they're trying to get the turtle, and yeah, stuff happened. Episode 11 is the Reverse Flash return, so you have stuff with the drama with the Reverse Flash and all of that stuff. Episode 12 is Fastlane, where Barry, you see a new villain, not from Earth 2, but from what happened in the Particle Accelerator in Season 1, the beginning. And then later they get the idea to go to Earth 2. And that happens in episode 13, Welcome to Earth 2. This episode, they're like exploring Earth 2, trying to find metahumans. They do that. And yeah, episode 14 is the second part of that, Escape from Earth 2. I think this 2-part series is just so much fun. So Escape from Earth 2, in my opinion, is the better part. Probably unpopular, but enough about that. So yeah, they're trying to rescue Jesse and all of that stuff. And that's really they're trying to rescue Jesse, they're doing a couple other things, and yeah. Episode 15, they come back to Earth 1, and so yeah, you have King Shark as the main villain, the King Killer Shark. I'm calling it the Killer Shark. This is the episode where you have Zoom's face revealed. And apparently it was Jay Eric. Huh. Never knew that. Episode 16, you have Trajectory. Another speedster that took the same V9, which is the thing that probably... So they were thinking like the particle accelerator is the only thing that could make speedsters. But no, there's this thing called V9, Velocity 9, that gets people up to speed. And then that's what happened with Trajectory, and that's a way that they're trying to use that against Zoom. So interesting episode. Episode 17, you have Barry. Is kind of another like a sequel. You have Barry going back in time to go back to season 1 to go get help from the Reverse Flash, or he was Dr. Wells at the time, to help him get faster. Then episode 18, you have Zoom coming into Earth 2. This is the first time they met Zoom with his face revealed, and that's really it. And then you have, after that, at episode 19, you have Barry. I forgot. So Zoom captured Wally in episode 18. And Barry had to give him his speed to save Wally, and it wasn't executed nicely. But then you give him back to normal with no speed, and you go. And really, I can just skip this episode. Episode 20, the Ruptor. This episode has another villain, a different villain, not Zoom this time. And this is actually an episode they're trying to get Barry's speed back, and about 3/4 of the way through, but apparently it killed him. But until he realizes in episode 21, the runaway dinosaur. So basically Barry went into the Speed Force because Cisco vibed him. And I forgot to mention, in episode 2, Cisco, the scientist, one of them at least, he apparently got metahuman powers, and that was to vibe people for breach vibing, if that makes any sense. So breaches are the stuff that would get the people, the metahumans, from, not necessarily metahumans, just any living thing, anything from between multiverse, between Earths, and that's really what. And then he got that power. So he vibed him, and then you also have Ruptor, which is his brother Dante. That's his Earth 2 doppelganger. I forgot to mention. Earth 2 basically has doppelgangers. And then, so Barry Allen's doppelganger and then you see Barry Allen's doppelganger in both parts of the Earth 2 set. If that makes any sense. And then episode, so yeah, you have him in the Speed Force. It's kind of an emotional journey in that episode, but I really like it. Episode 22, not number 22, is Invincible. This is the episode where Zoom puts together an army to conquer the multiverse. And then it starts to come into action in episode 23, the race of his life. So you have Zoom. Zoom said Jay Eric, and I think it was episode 2 or episode, yeah, I think it was episode 2, he said that Zoom always wanted to be the best. So he wanted to do a race. It was simple. And then, so there's a couple of dramatic stuff in this episode, and I really like it. And it's a great way to end off this season. And it sets up season 3 quite nicely. So that's really all the episodes run down quickly. And that's really about it. Not really much else to say. And let's just move on. And we have the small details. Normally I might not do this for season 1, but I'm gonna do the small details part. Yeah. So there's gonna be like small details, new details. So let's see, like the characters. So new details. Let's start with the characters. You have Barry. Really nothing new about Barry. Then you have and then let's go to Cisco, where I think it was episode 2 or episode 2 to episode 5, where they figured out that he was a metahuman and he was vibing everything. So that means when a metahuman was sent to Earth 1 to kill the Flash, Cisco would know that because he was vibing it. And then you have Caitlin, which nothing really new about her, except that in the Welcome to the Earth 2 miniseries, Earth 2 two-part series, miniseries, you have her thinking she's going to become Killer Frost. Which, Killer Frost is one of the villains in there. I'll talk about her when I get to that episode in the ranking. So, I'll do that, or when I get to the Season 2 villains ranking. You never know. So, just an idea. Then you have, like, Dr. Wells, which, the Wells that we knew from Season 1, yeah, he's the Reverse Flash. Nothing else to say. And so there's Dr. Wells from Earth 2 came into Earth 1 for some reason. I don't remember why. Probably to help them. And he wants to zoom later in the season. I think this is episode 8. I don't remember which episode. It's between and then it's between episode. I think it might have been episode 10. I don't know, or episode 9. I don't really remember. But Zoom makes him a deal. If he wants to make Barry faster, so he can steal Barry's speed. And because as I said, Zoom wants to be the best. And then you have all the stuff with Joe. Nothing new about Joe. He's just still a cool detective that I like to see on screen. Iris, nothing new except that she's not with Eddie. And also she knows who the Flash is now, because she didn't know in season 1. Now she does in this season. I'm trying to think of anything else. There's really nothing else new. Yeah, and then you have the multiverse. So with characters, there's really nothing else new. And then you have the multiverse. So the multiverse, yeah, made up of different like dimensions. So you get the three. So far I've seen 3 Earths, or 4 really, including Earth 1. So you have Earth 1, 2, and 3, as well as Earth 19, kind of. At least you know characters from Earth 3 and Earth 19. Earth 19 is introduced in Season 3. Season 2, yeah, you have Earth 3 for just kind of Earth 3 at the very end. long story. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that in my ranking. And then you have Earth 2. Yeah, Earth 3. Yeah, I'll give all of that. So yeah, you get introduced to the multiverse. It's really cool the way it's done. Right? And that's really it for the small details category. So overall, there's a lot of new details in this season compared to season 1. So, and I really like that. Because I don't want the same thing over and over again. I want to see new things. Which I feel like so far, season 3 does give us some things new. It doesn't do the same thing as both season 1 and 2 kind of do. But season 2 is basically season 1, but with a little more oomph to it. And then season 3 is completely different. So, and I'm not like halfway through that season. So, yeah, that's enough said. So the good in this season, in my opinion, I'm just gonna go and say that everything goes for, except for some other things. Except for anything that I discussed in the mixed or bad categories. It's like the villain. Zoom is probably is one of the best villains in the Arrowverse. So, well, I can't say that because I saw a couple episodes of Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. So far, I like Reverse Flash more, but he's still great. The side villains are also great. Like, my personal favorite is Killer Frost. Also, Dr. Light. Dr. Light's great. Because she's not just a mustache twirling villain. She's a person that has her own personal problems. And that she puts on other people. So you have some great villains. And then, excluding some of the ones like Trickster, Leonard Snart, Weatherman, excluding the stuff from season 1 that came from season 1 because they didn't really do anything with that. Action's great. My personal favorite sequence, that's tricky. Here's the thing, I feel like season 1 had like specific standout action sequences. This season didn't feel like it had that. But like, I think I might say my favorite sequence, I really love the sequence in episode 14, Escape from Earth 2, where they're trying to rescue Jesse and Barry. I love that sequence. And that's my favorite sequence. As an action sequence, my favorite might be, I love the one where the first one with Zoom. I also really like the final race sequence. It's not as good as it could be. So I do have a few issues with some of that. And then you have the new characters. I love Jay Eric, even without his speed, and not when he's not being Zoom. I think when he's trying to be the hero, I think he's great. And Zoom himself, excluding the villains, like new characters, like him. You also have Patty Spivot, which has never been my favorite, but she's okay. I like her once she's dating Barry, I actually like her, but after episode 10, I begin to not like her anymore. But I think before that, like episode 2, like the episodes that she was in, like I don't like her in episode 2. She was kind of annoying. I had a few issues with her, but overall, I think the new characters are great, and I love Harry Wells from Earth 2. And I like him even more than Harry Wells from Earth 1, this is being like without being the Reverse Flash. And I do find the season 3 Wells, or his name is HR, I think he's kind of funny, but he's a little on the annoying side. And the Flash suit, the season 2 and 3 suit is just one of my favorites. It just looks awesome. I still really like the season 1 suit, but I like the season 2 and 3 suit a little bit more. You also have the episodes. I think some of the episodes are great. There's a little bit of a stretch where there's not so good episodes. Like episode 7 to episode 10 was not very good. I liked episode 9 and 10. I did not like 7 and 8 at all. Those are probably my 2 least favorite episodes of the season. I think I like 8 more than 7. Then you also have the emotions. Like I love, like even though you feel what Barry's feeling when Zoom murders his father, and when you see Barry as the Flash, when he's in the Speed Force in the Runaway Dinosaur episode, you feel all the emotions, and also the dramatic stuff works as well. Like all the not all the dramatic stuff. I feel like I prefer the season when it's like campy. Like I prefer the season when it's campy over like pretty dramatic, which might be probably this season's biggest flaw, in my opinion. But I think some of the episodes are just fantastic, as well as the emotions and dramatic stuff. The humor actually really works. Like some of the humor, not all the humor works. Like some of it is kind of disturbing, but like I can't really point out like a really funny scene. Like I was like laughing like really hard. But I feel like when they're on Earth, but like it's less that like the main like one-liners are funny. Some of the physical humor is kind of funny at points. Like I think Cisco's really funny in general. With the villain naming, that's my favorite part about the character. I think that's the thing. Some of these characters, like I like Kate. I think they ruined Cisco in season 3 because of Flashpoint Paradox story. Because my favorite thing about him is not that he's like a cool scientist and he vibes, is that he makes some of the best jokes of the TV series, and so I kind of missed that after the season. And I think the jokes are better. They're a little bit better in season 1, but they're great this season as well. Then the entertainment, some of the episodes are kind of dull. Like I feel like episode 7 to episode 12 were kind of dull. But I think the only one that really wasn't that dull was episode 11. I really like the Reverse Flash Returns. I really like that episode. Other than that, all those episodes were kind of dull. And then, but overall, the season's varied. There are some very entertaining episodes, especially episode 13 to 17. Those episodes were very entertaining. Maybe not episode 16, but go on. And then, okay, that really sums up the good. I think almost everything this season has going for it, except for the stuff I have in the mixed. I can't really say the stuff I have in the bad. I mean, I'm looking at my script right now. I can't really say that, but yeah, that's really all there is. And overall, there's a lot of great stuff in this season. The mixed. Okay, I think there's 2 mixed things I have. The first one is the premiere. I think the premiere of this season, The Man Who Saved Central City, it's just like, I mean, it's not, I don't hate this episode, but on paper, it's a terrible episode. Like, in general, there's a lot of flaws with the episode. It's a very flawed episode. Overall, like, I don't really love the way, for such a great season, it doesn't start very good at all. The other mixed thing I have with this movie is that the tone shifts a lot. I like it when it's kind of like campy and goofy, as I said, and the good. But when it's like too dramatic, like when it comes to emotions, I think it works. When it's too dramatic, it kind of gets to like it's kind of melodrama. Like especially the stuff in episode 8 and 7, it just feels like melodrama. So it does annoy me. It's not like Thor Ragnarok, where like the humor completely outweighs the dramatic stuff. So that really is it for the tone. And that's all the mixed stuff I have with this movie. I don't hate the tone. I like the tone more than season 3. Even though I had fun with the mini gorilla episodes. But overall, the tone isn't the best. I prefer the more lighthearted tone of season 1. So next up, we have for the bad. I'm sorry. So for the bad, we have just the structures of mediocre to bad episodes. Like the biggest one for me is for sure. I was not a fan of episode 7 to episode 10. Like I did like episode. I think episode 7 and 8 are the 2 worst episodes of the season. Episode 8 could be the third worst, but I don't know. Episode 7 is the worst in my opinion. And then 9 and 10 are just in the middle of the road. They're good, they're not great. But they're not episodes I like really enjoy. Like I like 9 more than 10 for sure. But they're just not episodes I really enjoy. And also I wasn't a fan of. And then the only other stretch of like a mediocre episode was episode 19 and 20. It's not really like a stretch. It's not what I call a stretch. And it feels like the last 10 minutes of episode 18 feels like a stretch of mediocre episodes. I really like episode 18 versus Zoom, but I don't like the last 10 minutes of it where Barry's giving Zoom his speed. It's not executed well at all. Very odd. So the last 10 minutes of episode 17 to episode 20, it kind of feels like just mediocre episodes. Not a huge fan of those. So that's really it for this week, for the bad. So for this season's final score, I'm gonna give it a 9.4 out of 10. Okay, it's kind of hard to score these seasons because they're long seasons, but I love this season. I legitimately love it. There's a few issues for some of the episodes I'm not a huge fan of. Some of the stuff like Zoom taking Barry's speed didn't really work for me, but overall, fantastic season. So, thank you all guys for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below what videos you want me to do, and about what you think about this video, and how long it is, and what do you think about the season. So, adios. Or should I say, Flash out!